Welcome to my channel. This is my friend.
Hi, I'm Neha.
You can just say Neha. I feel like
Neha.
that would be. You don't have to wave. What's wrong with you? Girl, who are you waving at?
The viewers.
The viewers.
What viewers?
Oh, y'all funny.
I'm gonna leave some of this in. One more time.
Wave.
Mama. Welcome to my channel. This is my friend.
Neha.
We're gonna do a little makeup here. We're gonna have a little talk about high school. We're now transitioning into different parts of our life, and kind of just want to talk trash about our school. So you're gonna kind of do like a get ready with me. What would you say your high school experience was like?
It was
school?
so small. Like, everybody knew each other, and like everybody was in each other's business. I look like a monster. You know those like ghosts that like kind of like pop out, like the Asian ghosts.
But everybody did know everybody.
They dated around. Everybody knew everybody. They knew each other's parents. Cause like we've been going to elementary school, all of middle school, all of high school, kindergarten. So everybody knew each other. If I didn't know somebody, they probably came in like 11th grade or 12th grade, and I didn't pay attention.
People knew me that I didn't even know.
But you'd be talking to everybody.
Later years in high school, like I was very low key.
But you were very high key in middle school.
I was not high key in middle school. But what you what
But you knew everybody in middle school. You would say hi to everybody. People would say hi to you every morning.
Every time I would walk in high school or walk into like middle school or whatever, there would be like, as soon as I walked in the building, 1,000 people, hi. But like none of those people were my friends.
But they still knew you. They still talked to you.
Not
They
really.
probably thought you guys were friends.
I never lied and told people that we were friends when we weren't.
I mean, if they asked you, you'd be straight up like, no, we're not friends. But like, they never asked you. They just thought we were friends. Like you and them were friends.
That's reckless. I used to say stuff like that all the time.
I mean, you did straight up tell somebody, oh, I don't like you, when they asked you, hey, do you like me?
What is the point in lying?
I'm like, okay, you don't need to sugarcoat it or anything. No sprinkle there.
This is the reason why I don't do stuff like that. I forgot my freaking primer. Hold up.
I put it on.
I'm gonna pause it. Actually, can you just like pause what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
A few moments later. 2,000 years later.
It was like elementary school, like he said, she said.
Sorry, the camera cut off.
Wow. Come on, do it with me.
I don't want to do that. I don't know what that is.
W-O-W. Wow.
Where did you learn that from? Like TikTok?
No, it was from like a show. I don't remember what. And me and were like doing it. And this is a heart. Sange.
Yeah, the camera cut off and I don't exactly know where it left off, but I'm using a Juvia's palette, using this turquoise color. Oh, this turquoise color. I'm blind.
I did my brows with the Tude drawing eyebrow pencil, and then now I'm gonna, I don't know, this keeps my brows in place. The Tude House Keep My Brow Fixer. It's like a gel for your brows. Love it.
Oh my gosh, I got my eyeshadow in my eyebrow. Yeah. What the heck? Not today, Satan.
Hi, Editing Janelle here. This is probably not going to make a lot of sense to people, the next parts of the video, but I was telling a story time about a friendship that I used to have back in the 9th or 10th grade, and I decided to cut out basically all of it because I just felt like it was a waste of time. It was like super long ago and we were kids, so it's weird to keep bringing it up. But there were some gems out of the conversation, so there are a little bit of parts that I left in there because I felt like they were important.
You can only do so much. And you can only grow so much as a person at one time. And if somebody isn't, you know, if you're not at that level of like growth enough for that person, or vice versa, if that person is not mature enough for you, then you need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. school email. She could have added me.
Girl, chill with the mirror.
Sorry. I would be sitting at lunch, eating my lunch, trying to enjoy my day. And then somebody comes over and is like, hey, blah, 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 blah. Huh? What? Girl, bye. Boy, bye. Get up out my face. I feel like it's rude for you to interrupt my day like that. There was this girl. I'm going to call her
Apple.
Apple. Yeah, we'll do that. Her name starts with an A. So I'm going to call her Apple. She was sitting there talking about some, oh my gosh, you know the girl that I'm talking about. Let's call that girl that I had issues with.
Pineapple.
Apple pen.
I have a pen. I have pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen. Pen pineapple apple pen.
She was like, oh my gosh, Pineapple just hops from person to person. She just got out of a relationship and now she's talking to somebody else. And I looked at Apple and I was like, okay, we need a little bathroom break. The camera honestly just shut off, so we just were like, okay, let's just go to the bathroom, whatever. Apple, and she was saying like, oh, well, you don't even like her, so what does it matter? I don't want you speaking that negative energy over here. And it's not even about that. If that's supposed to be your friend, you're not supposed to be sitting here talking trash about them. And that's the type of person she kept in her circle.
That just says a lot about her. Some people just like love stirring up friendships. They just love that. They can't go without it. You know how like there's ways to be healthy in a relationship, and some people just don't want that in their life. They're like, oh, I want this, but they're not striving for it. They just want the drama.
Me and you have been friends. I don't know how many years. How many years have we been friends?
So maybe 7 years?
Yes, I would say about 7 years. Let's just say that. I don't actually know how we really became friends, but we just did.
It was spontaneous.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how we feel like each other has grown and developed.
You cut off your circle. You were more focused. Now you're more focused on yourself and your growth. Back then, I don't think you really cared about who you really were as a person and like finding your way. But now like you're finding your own way. You started this YouTube channel. Back then you were not striving for better, but now I see you trying and striving to be a better person, to be a better person for yourself. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm seeing. I don't know about you.
You are focusing more on you and what you want out of life. You were less willing to take control of your life when you were younger, because you didn't know what to do as far as school or as far as whatever. You were just kind of like going with the decisions that you felt like other people thought were best.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel like you're making decisions for yourself that you think are for the best. That's what transitioning into an adult really is. Okay.
Yeah, I just stabbed myself in the eye with my mascara.
What experiences have you felt like you went through high school that affected you long term?
How about you go first, and then I'll think about mine.
When it comes to high school, definitely cutting off my circle. I used to look at people and just be like, oh, I can accept this person for who they are, because I wanted people to accept me for who I was.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just kind of not how that works.
Giving something to somebody because of you want to be treated like that, but that's not how the world is, if that kind of makes sense. You expect people to be nice to you if you're nice to them, right? But like that's not how the world is. If you give something, that doesn't mean that they're gonna give something to you too. I don't think you should ever expect that in your life, but never. I do have expectations, because that's how that's how it should be to me. But like I know, like, yeah, it's not like that.
So another lesson to take from what we're talking about: make sure that you know your expectations and your boundaries for another person, especially when you're going into adulthood. If you expect something from somebody and they are not meeting those expectations, or not even most of those expectations, they gotta go.
Bye-bye.
People don't owe you
Anything.
People don't owe you anything. People don't owe you a first chance. If somebody doesn't like the color of your nails, they don't have to speak to you just because simply they don't like the color of your nail. You're not owed a first chance. So you're not owed a second, third, fourth, fifth chance either.
Well, since that stuck with me, high school isn't everything from like what I learned. A tip from me. After you get into college, high school really isn't everything. Nobody really cares about you in college from my experience. Look after yourself. Look after yourself. Try to look after yourself in high school, because when you get into college, nobody's looking out for yourself except you. Professors don't care about you. Neither do your classmates. They don't care about you, what you wear. Oh, she's popular, blah, blah, blah. No. High school isn't everything. That's my little thing. I don't know.
I would say if you're going to take away anything from this video is get to know yourself in high school. Get to know yourself in high school and find out your interest, what you're interested in. If somebody is...
I think high school is the time to explore. I don't think that's meant in college, honestly, because in college, like, you're losing money to explore. Don't do that. Unless you're rich. The first semester of the college, I think I did exploratory, because I did not know what to do with my life. And I think that was kind of a waste of money. Now I think about it, I didn't know how to like explore, so like that class got me to push myself to explore and stuff. I wish it was in person, but it was during Corona. Doing everything online, it was really hard that time to stay focused and stay top of school, because you're just at home and the bed's right next to you. So, but yeah, I think you should figure that out in high school. If not, just take a break and think about what you want to do and then go back to school, because don't waste that money. College just wants to rip you off and take all your money.
Also, another thing I want to say, and I want to emphasize, is when you're transitioning, let's say you're 16, 17, and you're thinking about college and everything, don't let the opinions get to you. Don't let the opinions get to you. And don't be too stressed out about the opinions. Use those opinions and sift through them and allow them to guide you and use your own discernment. You are a capable human being. You can make your own decisions. You are not a little kid anymore. You are able to live your life in a productive way. And one of the big things that got in my way is I wasn't able to deal with other people's opinions. I would either take them very to heart or I would ignore them, because I just felt like there was a lot of pressure. But it doesn't have to be like that. When you hear an opinion, just think about it, cipher through it, and then make your own decisions and stand in your truth and be ready to make mistakes. Maybe the decision you made wasn't the right decision, but because you didn't make the right decision, you can learn from that mistake. One thing that YouTube has taught me, and one thing that Corona has taught me and COVID has taught me, is to not be afraid to fail. I am completely okay with not getting things right the first time now. I am completely okay with not being a perfectionist.
I think what matters is that like you get back up and then you try again. You're bound to fail in life. Not everything is gonna be perfect on your first try. Keep getting better, you keep learning from your mistakes, and then you finally get to that point where you're okay. You're kind of patchy right here and like right there. Now that you have seen your past mistakes, you're growing from it, unless you're still making them mistakes. On TikTok, Instagram, people are promoting so much sugar daddy and stuff like that, and sugar baby stuff. For these young girls, it's really toxic to think like that.
It is toxic to think like that. You're putting all of your value into what you look like. And that is so harmful. You can have designer this, you can have designer that, but if you don't have your pride, you don't have your integrity, and you don't have your self-respect, and you lose all that for money, you can't enjoy the things that you have. If you spend your life chasing money, you're gonna be chasing for a long time.
It's too late to apologize. It's too late. You tell me that you're sorry, never blah 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 blah.
I'm leaving this in. So this is the finished product. Okay, I'm done.